Hi, Yellow Roomers. I wanted to take a moment to go over this worksheet about using open number lines to solve number stories. So our directions here tell us you are building towers with red and blue blocks. Use an open number line to help you solve each number story. Show your work. So the open number lines just kind of help us visualize what our brains are thinking when we solve our addition and subtraction problems. So number one, you build the first tower with 15 red blocks and 20 blue blocks. How many blocks did you use? So I'm going to start by circling my important numbers, which I see is 15 and 20. Next, I'm going to think about important information I need to highlight. So I have my highlighter here. Some important information that I see is tower with 15 red blocks. Some other important information I see is and 22 blocks, 20 blue blocks. Some other important information I see is how many blocks did you use? So I have a few clues here. How many blocks did you use lets me know that this is going to be an addition problem. So I'm going to start with my first important number here, 15, and place it on my open number line. I know I have to jump 20 block spaces to find my answer. It's going to be a little difficult for me to jump 20 spaces at once. So I'm going to break my 20 up into 2 10s. So I'll have 2 plus 10s on my number line to show that I've jumped 20 spaces. So starting at my 15, I'm going to jump 10 spaces, plus 10. Here I'm going to think 15. I know if I count up by 10s, 15, 25. So I know with this jump here, plus 10, I landed on 25. So I just jumped this first 10. I still have one more 10 to jump. So I'll go ahead and start from my 25 and jump another 10 spaces. Plus 10. I know from counting up by 10s, 15, 25, 35. So I've landed from this last 10s jump, I land on 35. Let's see if I jumped 20 spaces. Plus 10, plus 10, 10, 20. I jumped 20 spaces, starting at 15 red blocks, all the way until I went my 20 spaces to find my answer, 35. Another way to think about this is with just a normal addition problem. I know my first number, 15, I'm adding 20 to try to find my mystery number. We know from starting at 15, jumping 20, or adding 20, we found our mystery number, 35. So I know my answer is 35. All right, let's try number 2. You build the second tower with 37 red blocks and 32 blue blocks. How many blocks did you use? I see some important numbers I need to circle, 37 and 32. Now that I've circled my important numbers, I can get my highlighter out and work on highlighting important information. I see some important information with 37 red blocks. I also see, and 32 blue blocks is important information too. I still see some important information. How many blocks did you use? I think that's all the important information I can find. So now I'll start working with my numbers on my open number line. So for this problem, I know how many red blocks I have, 37, and I know how many blue blocks I have, 32. I'm trying to find how many blocks did I use. So I have to find my mystery number. Here's my red blocks, here's my blue blocks. So I'm gonna start with my 37 on my number line. I know I have to jump 32 spaces to find my solution. Jumping 32 spaces all at once might be a little tricky. So I'm going to break this 32 down into a plus 20, plus 10, and plus 2. So here I've broken down my 32 into 20, 10, and 2. 20 plus 10 is 30, and then plus 2 equals 32. So I'll go ahead and start with my plus 20. I'll jump from my 37 plus 20 and we'll see where we land. I know if I count by tens, 37, 47, 57. So starting at 37, I add 20 to land on 57. So out of my 32 blue blocks, I've moved 20 of them. Next, I have my plus 10. Plus 10. We'll move our plus 10 now. Plus 10. I know from counting by tens, if I start on my 57, plus 10 would be 67. So now for my 32, I've moved 20, 30 spaces. Now all I have left is the 2 in the ones place to move. So if I add 2, I can count up from 67, 68, 69, and I land on 69. That is my solution. So I started with 37 red blocks. The tower I made had 32 blue blocks. So I moved 20, 30, plus 10 is 30, and plus 2 is 32. 32 blue spaces for my answer of 69 blocks. We'll go ahead and give the last one a try. You build the third tower with 16 red blocks. You use 39 blocks in all. How many blue blocks did you use? So this problem's a little bit different. For number 1 and number 2, we knew how many red and blue blocks we had. For number 3, we only know how many red blocks we have, which is 16. So our mystery number is how many blue blocks we have. And our total isn't a mystery anymore. We know we used 39 blocks in all. So this one is a little bit different because we're finding a different number than the other two problems. So let's go ahead and start with our problem of finding the important numbers. I know 16 is an important number, and 39 is an important number. Next, I'm going to highlight the important information. I think some important information would be 16 red blocks. My other important information is going to be maybe you use 39 blocks in all. I also think this is important information. How many blue blocks did you use? Okay. So for this problem, we're going to start with our 16 red blocks. And this problem's a little different because we're not moving 39 blocks. Our moving is a mystery number. The amount that we're moving is a mystery. That's what we're going to have to find out. But we do know what number we land on. 39 blocks. We use 39 blocks on. So that's the number that we land on. I'm going to put my 39 over here. So I have to move from 16 to 39. And however many spaces I move is the answer to how many blue blocks we have. So I'm going to start with 16 here, and I'm going to move forward 10 blocks. I know counting by tens that if I start with 16, the next 10 is 26. So I'm a little closer to my goal of meeting 39. I'm going to move another 10 spaces. So now I'm at 26. I know that counting by tens, if I count by tens, 26, 36. I'm really close to 39 now. So I know that if I add 3 more, I'll land on 39, 36, 37, 38, 39. Plus 3, land on 39. So now I have all my jumps here. I'm going to add them all together. 10 plus 10 is 20. 20 plus 3 is 23. So I know my mystery number is 23.